In 1954, Joseph Tereski bought the hotel and changed directions. He undertook extensive renovations, including the addition of the large space that is now the public house. In the 1950s, it was swing music and waiters wearing bow ties. During the 60s, the British went country. Joe's daughter, Bernice, spent a great deal of her life around the British. In 1968, Bernice started working there and quickly shook things up.
It was rock and roll to the T. It was just overwhelming. 1980 was our best year for rock and roll. We brought in fantastic bands, and we packed the place from Tuesday to Sunday every night, and it was just unbelievable. That year was my best year. We had arm wrestling, we had dart tournaments, we had bands. CKBY was outside playing music. The trucks were all around, you know, like it was spirit. That was good. Then we went into heavy metal.
Oh, from there to heavy metal.
You had to listen to more noise. I didn't even understand it, but I accepted it because you had to go with the times. Just the people were different then. They wanted to drink, they wanted to party, they wanted to stand on chairs and, you know, get their hands going like, let's rock and roll, you know, like this is the time to do it. And I mean, we were behind the bar doing the same thing. If a good song came on, we were all right, let's go with the beat, you know, like everyone just stop for a minute. We gotta dance too, you know, we gotta have some fun.
And then karaoke came into play.
Karaoke, which was really great.
When I heard Bernice wanted to sell, I was interested. I made her an offer, we negotiated, and so began my 4 years of rebuilding. That's more than double the time I anticipated. We opened first the cafe, and then the patio, and then the hotel. Steel beams were added in the Imperial Room so pillars could be removed and sight lines unobstructed. The stone walls were lovingly restored. Steel frames extended the roof over the pub. Modern heating and cooling apparatus were hidden on the roof. None of this would have been possible without my amazing construction team. The foundation of the team are the Morin brothers of Buckingham. There's Pierre, Mario, Luke, Marquis, and the adopted Morin, Scott Clegg. That building, and this is where the horses came through here. The horses. These beams here, we're going to expose these beams. These beams came down the Ottawa River, we heard in the 1830s. This looks beautiful. Now that the British is completed, hopefully it will stimulate the further densification of the Vieux Aylmer sector.
I always wanted my dad to open that up because I said that was such a signature piece. And Mike is doing what Joe didn't do, that's it.
I remember you saying that when you take over this place, you gotta remember what happens at the British stays at the British.
Whatever people tell you, they're telling you because they want to tell you. And they want to just let go of things. And that's the end of it.
Sometimes a dream becomes reality. And sometimes reality is better than your dreams.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Linton Garner. I'm your host and MC for this evening. I want to welcome you all to Showtime at the British. It's a collaboration between the Regional Association of West Quebecers, MATV, and this fine and gorgeous establishment called the British Pub. We're here to hear some great musical talent. So I want you all to give it up for Crowded Skies.
serve our last sunset. Now we're broken as the town. What keeps it above ground? Ever wonder why we bother? Are we wasting money just buying time? What is it to just survive? The gambler's about to fold, and I'm playing chess with the drunkard out in the cold. Wasn't trying to run into you, though I heard you've been hanging around. Small world, smaller town. Shout out, say to leave you. Guess it's your way of saying you're doing fine. We all need to feel alive. Old man with that all too familiar grin, sitting in front of a gilded palace of sin. And beneath the skies that find, it's hard to read the signs. Rose-colored glasses, blue-colored eyes. Most days the sun is shining, thinking maybe I should settle down, stop playing the clown. But the cold just gets colder, and the arguments drag us down. I'm surprised we're still around. That old man's gone inside, and I'm in an alleyway looking for a place to hide. And beneath the ties that bind, we start to believe our own lies. Rose-colored glasses, blue-colored eyes. Rose-colored glasses, blue-colored eyes. Backbeat's gone, it's gonna get late. Got trouble in mind, looks like a European spy, hitting the town before the hour's late. Please hold on, they said the ride is rough. Spinning lies, androgynous disguise, an underworld that wakes up the hours late. Trouble in mind, organized crime, better get on side before it gets too late. trouble in mind and I'm rushing through the gate. Now hold on, son, what's in the bag? Boss is gone, he's got severe jet lag. Making the rounds before the hour's late. Trouble in mind, organized crime. Better get on side before it gets too late. Trouble in mind and I'm rushing through the gate. Backbeat's gone, it's really gonna get late. Shotgun chime, there goes the European spy. Red light's on, but it's entirely too late. Trouble in mind, organized crime. Better get on side before it gets too late. Trouble in mind and I'm rushing through the gate. Trouble in mind and I'm rushing through the gate. Thank you.
We're here at the British Hotel and Pub with John Trude from Crowded Skies. John, tell us about your band and how you got started.
Okay, the band, the first permutation of it came in 2005. Yeah, so we were based in Ottawa back then. Gentleman, his name was Jeremy Brisbois. We started Crowded Skies. We were an alternative country band at that time, and we released one album. It came out January of 2007, called Fire Off the Hill, and we played in Ottawa and Southern Ontario, quite a few shows.
Tell us some of the places that you've played recently with this band.
With this band, mostly around here. I honed most of my new material at a place, here at the Cafe British, just across. Also, a place called Meow That's Hot in Ottawa.
Now, most of your band members are from here. You're from the region.
Yeah, right now we're all based in Aylmer.
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, it was a band back then. Now it's taken the shape of a collective mostly. So there's between 3 and 5 or 6 of us, whoever's available when we have to play.
Tell our viewers about some of your songs.
Okay, we're mixing a new album right now, and I just had 2 singles mastered. So one of them is called Serenity Now, and that's actually based off of this dream I had. I couldn't forget about. I woke up like I was waking up in a Norman Rockwell picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was in this little wooden house, and I went out. I had no idea where I was. It's funny when you're dreaming, you don't get freaked out at things like that, eh? I went out into the kitchen, and there's this, lady she looked about 60 at the table. I had no idea who she was. And a bunch of young people were around her, 20s, 30s. And none of them seemed bothered I was there. And I woke up, I just couldn't shake the dream. So one night I was just playing and the words just came out.
Yeah.
Another one, while we were rehearsing for this album,
I was listening to a band called the Waterboys quite a lot, an album called Fisherman's Blues, and so I wrote a song with a very unoriginal title called Fisherman's Knot, and it's sort of got their vibe. It's about the disappearance of the ship Andrea Gale. If you've seen the movie or read the book, The Perfect Storm, it's based on those events.
Famous story, yeah.
Yes, yeah, so we'll be playing those tonight.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what the most extraordinary thing that's ever happened while you've been playing with your band?
It's extraordinary. Probably, well, back in the original incarnation, we got invited to play Westfest. That was, and also that summer they were doing an Andrew Hayden Park series. So I guess that was extraordinary for us because the crowd was bigger.
Yeah.
You were playing in front of a few more people.
Do you prefer bigger crowds or like a nice intimate setting like this?
Doesn't matter. I guess it depends. If I'm feeling more to have a smaller group, then yeah, a smaller, more intimate setting. But every once in a while, it's nice to look out and see a bunch of people out there.
Yeah. Do you have a website that people can go and learn more about your band?
Yeah, we're on Facebook.
Awesome.
And there's a site. We're setting up a bunch of social media now. CD Baby is where we put out the 2 singles through there, so you can find us there, and we'll be up on Bandcamp very shortly.
Well, we're going to let you get back to your band and get to the music, and you can watch Crowded Skies live here at the British on Showtime at the British.
At the drop of a tune, keeps me from doing all of these stupid things I'm apt to do. The ocean's angry, it's been that way all year, and I've been missing Andrea Gale ever since the day she disappeared. Sometimes the story seems so maudlin. The familiar breeds contempt too. Just when you think you're on the sure ride, fisherman's knot turns into a noose. Where's my lady? I can't see her from the pier. Had a dream my drinking made all my possessions disappear. So I went to church on Sunday. It didn't change a thing. Now I'm sitting in a park in Marblehead, waiting for bluebird to sing. And the undertow keeps on murmuring. Maybe it's saying something about you. As we dream of some place far away, fisherman's knot turns into a noose. Heard an angry spectral roar, woke up sweaty and obtuse. Made some calls late at night, which is something I never do. In a tight-knit village and all the surrounding towns, folks whisper about how Miss Gale's radios have all went down. The ocean's a beauty, she's also haunted by a recurrent dream about what it was like at the scene. And worry makes trouble harder. All depends on your point of view. Just when you think things will settle, little while, the fisherman's knot turns into a noose. Fisherman's knot turns into a noose. The fisherman's knot turns into a noose. Riding you on a train, thoughts singing round. His Hadley's wooden house draws further away. A place that seems so assured, her young friends around her. She sat so elegantly placed. Ah, Maggie, I wish you were there, with your swirling dresses and swirling curls of hair. Serenity now. We stumbled on into town, Bailey in a white gown. The Thompson boys looked inquisitively. One of them couldn't help but say, "Oh, freeze yourself in that thing." Miss Gately hit a laugh, said, "Just you never mind. I could have watched them all day." But we got into town for the second act of the play. Serenity now. The town farmer was aboard his veggie stand, tossed over the thief. He said, had struck again. The Thompsons ran down the road, found where the thief had stowed his bounty from a Sunday morning run. Said Thompson, you've gone too far. Your insistence in bothering the town folk is truly bizarre. Serenity now. They chased the thief down to the end of the tracks. He fell off the edge and he gasped as he laughed. I stood horrified at the crevice, lost all time. Now it's you I find. Walked by an old oak tree, woke up and startled me. Said, take a look inside, see what you see. Imagine my Just when I thought I'd figured out what it was all about. Serenity now. Maggie, I'm falling. I'm falling down.
I want to thank Crowded Skies for being with us tonight. I want to thank you for being here with us. I want you to come back every week here at the British Hotel. Thank you.